C'est comment la famille. Damn, on est de retour sur le type Z Vlog. Wesh, je suis avec le Ogszn.
Ah, tu connais.
Yeah, elle Habib, toujours. Vous connaissez. On est de retour pour une nouvelle petite vidéo. Voilà, petit mukbang. Voilà, déco un peu de Dabali. On vient damer un peu, causer un peu. Voilà quoi. Donc, n'oubliez pas de liker, commenter, puis vous abonner. So, let's go. So aujourd'hui les gars, on est là pour un mukbang, hein, le G, so il y a les petites questions très intéressantes. Donc d'abord tu vas te présenter, tu vois, donc pour ceux qui ne te connaissent pas, vu que...
Yeah, it's only right. So, it's Ogszn here, Trill to the G, King Triller, whatever you may be, but like, yeah. Nice to meet y'all. I'm kicking here today with my guy, Tips.
Yeah.
We go for way back, man. We go for way back, so I just got here so we can, you know, chop it up a bit and get to know each other, and, you know, same old, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. So, comment tu as vécu ton enfance? Et tu peux nous expliquer un peu ton enfance? Comment tu as passé ton enfance?
You wanna go that deep?
Yeah, for sure. Explique-nous un peu. On veut connaître la genèse du OG. Quand tu es 6 ans, comment tu faisais? Tu te promenais en caleçon.
Right.
C'était comment?
You know I had to. You know I had to, but like, no shit.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, growing up, I was that guy, you know. I was kind of shy.
Okay.
I was kind of shy. So people that know me from way back, they couldn't tell that actually, you know, that's what I am right now, because they'll be like, oh, that guy was so shy.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't talk that much, but I had these crazy dreams in my head. So, you know, like, as I said, I got introduced to actually rap music, you know, like really early age. So at 6, I won't tell you that I was, you know, like, I knew that I wanted to be a rapper and shit, but
okay.
I liked the music, man.
Okay, yeah.
I was already bumping in the club, 50 Cent. Shit.
Ok, yeah. So c'est depuis que tu es petit que tu as vraiment commencé à liker la musique. Donc c'est depuis que tu es petit, c'est quand tu as commencé la musique alors, quand tu as commencé à écrire tes premiers textes. Ton premier texte, et je te souviens ton premier texte. Ton premier texte.
C'est où est-ce que se souvient?
Hey, dude, that shit was whack, man.
Okay.
That shit was whack. Like, that was around like early 2010s, kind of. So I always wanted to rap, but I didn't even, you know, I didn't do it. I just didn't do it.
Okay.
And one of my guys was actually, you know, he was spitting, and I was at boarding school. I was in boarding school in France. So that guy, you know, since he was so close to me, and he was writing songs, I'm like, damn, okay. So I started to do my first shit, and I really didn't take it seriously until really, you know, like 2018, to be honest.
Ok. Ok, donc c'est en 2018 que tu as vraiment commencé à prendre la musique au sérieux.
Definitely.
Ok.
Definitely. Damn, that shit's good, bro.
Ouais, petit burger. Faut leur montrer un peu ton burger.
Un petit burger, demande les foot ici.
Spicy chicken. Popeyes.
Ok.
Bussin'.
Ouais. Donc tu es en train de nous dire que c'est vraiment en 2018 que tu as commencé la musique sérieusement. Ok. Donc, qu'est-ce que tu as fait à partir de cette époque-là? Comment tu as commencé à prendre en main ta carrière? Et puis, comment tu t'es dit, je vais faire avancer ma carrière pour faire apprendre ta shit, comme on le dit?
Make that shit happen.
Make that shit happen.
Yeah, it's only right. So basically, in 2018, when I took that decision to be like, fuck, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to do that shit for real. My first step, like, actually, you know, like, I had to think of the plan. I had to come up with a master plan.
Sure.
And I had to divide that in steps. And I just took those steps, like, individually, and studied my strength and my weaknesses, so I can, you know, come up harder every time. So I know, you know, like, as an artist, I'm on and off because I'm not always, you know, out there on the social media and shit because, you know, I'm handling my shit and I stay low key. But every time you see me out there, you know I'm gonna come up hard. Okay. So basically, I divide that shit by steps, and my first step to it would be actually, you know, have that fucking quality, that music quality, you know, to put out, because you can't really, you know, transmit your emotions if it's not right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
très intéressant ce que tu es en train de.
Right. So I had to divide that in steps. So that the thing was so big, so I had to divide that in steps. So my first goal was to actually, you know, reach that one, and then my second point was actually, you know, to build up a team in order to help me out with certain stuff, because, you know, like that shit can get hectic if you're all alone in that. So I had to build up a team in order for me to actually be able to consistently drop some quality content and music along that.
Okay.
So third step is actually, you know, be in a position to actually, you know, do that every time with consistency and be able to reach out new market and develop yourself as an artist, because you always learn. So there's always something to get. So I'm always on go. As I like to say, I'm stuck on go is a way for me to say, like, I'm never gonna stop, bro. Like, I always chase something.
Okay.
Chase greatness.
Ok, donc voilà les gars, ce qu'il nous a dit. Donc c'est très intéressant. Donc voilà, ça me pousse à te poser une petite question en rapport avec ce que tu viens de nous dire. Donc selon toi, qu'est-ce qu'un bon rappeur? C'est quoi les qualités d'un bon rappeur?
So, that's my point of view.
Yeah,
I have to say that because music is so sensitive.
Yeah.
People don't understand music the same way.
Yeah.
The way it hits me, not necessarily the way it hits the other people. So let me just get that straight.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, for me, like a good ass rapper is a rapper that actually, you know, I'm not even gonna say like he's fire, because that's the standard. You need to be fire. But the thing is, like, there's other skills to it. So a rapper can be talented, but if he doesn't have other things to his skill set, he might not be in a position to receive, you know, the recognition that he deserves. Because, like, it takes some hard skill, which is actually, you know, the rap itself, and the soft skills, which is actually the hustle, your vision, your ability to be a leader, to build a team, to be goal oriented. So, you know, like, that's a whole package. So for me, a good rapper, he needs to be all of that. Not necessarily a leader, but it needs to be all of that. But at some point, you know, like, when you're a rapper, you are your own boss. So you have to be a leader. So when you actually, you know, not in the control of your career, I don't think he's gonna give longevity to that. You know what I'm saying?
Ok. Intéressant. Bon, dans la continuité de ça, tu sais, si t'as demandé c'est quoi les qualités d'un bon rappeur, c'est que t'as demandé selon toi, c'est qui le meilleur rappeur?
What do you mean by the best
selon
rapper?
toi, c'est qui le meilleur rappeur de tous les temps?
Like, it's a big word out there. What do you mean by the best rapper, man?
Ah, selon toi,
Like, where?
C'est qui? De tous les temps. Pas une époque confondue, même si peut-être t'as commencé à rapper hier, tu me dis, ah, selon toi, c'est le meilleur rappeur de tous les temps. Mais selon toi, depuis le rap existe jusqu'à aujourd'hui, c'est qui le meilleur rappeur?
Wow, that's a big question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to think about it.
Là, les gars, on attend la réponse. Il va me dire, c'est qui le plus grand rappeur de tous les temps? De toute façon, c'est selon toi. Donc, c'est toi ton avis, tu vois. Donc, toi, tu peux dire par exemple que c'est toi le plus grand rappeur de tous les temps, tu vois. Donc,
I mean, yeah, I can say that, but that's a predictable answer. So
yeah.
And that's not true, because I didn't accomplish shit now. So let's be realistic, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't accomplish shit. So for me to be honest, wow. Because, like, you don't want to say big and pack and you overshadowing, you know, people that did some work before them.
Okay.
So it goes deep. So when you say the biggest rapper, I'm gonna go by the standard that I just said, that I just told you, like, you know, like you have to have like the whole package. So at the end of the day, I mean, bro, I can't choose between big and pack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So tu les mets les deux en premier du coup.
I can't.
Tu les mets les deux en premier du coup. Ok.
You don't do better than them. Like, there's probably
mal.
better to other people.
Yeah.
But for me, you don't do better than them in their certain ways. Like, it's two different type of lanes that can be fucked with. I mean, you can't left out Pac and you can't left out Biggie. Like, their influence is too major.
Ok, yeah.
We can ignore that.
Ok, pas de soucis. Donc bon, la prochaine question. Tu es plus rap français ou rap US?
No, that's the easy one, bro. Like, no,
Ouais,
I'm not saying.
T'as des questions compliquées tout à l'heure. Faut que
Yeah,
ça
I'm
soit
not
facile.
saying. Yeah, I'm
Mais il y
not
a d'autres
saying.
questions compliquées quand tu arrives, tu vois, dans nos cas.
Yo, man.
Regarde, prendre un peu.
Because, like, you know, I got introduced to rap with English, so it's nothing personal to French rappers and shit or the French rap game, but what I relate the most to is US rap for sure, because I said that before and I'm still gonna say it. Thanks to rap, I was able to really speak English at a very early age in my life, because I wanted to understand what those guys were saying, bro. It was fire. As I'm saying, like 6 years old, you're listening to in the club, that's just gonna blow your mind for sure, right? Yeah. And my nature is kind of curious, so I'm curious by nature, so I went ahead and I went and get it from, like, to be honest. So to be honest and to be fair, like, I tried French rap before, but I don't feel like me. I just don't.
Ok, so voilà. La prochaine question, c'est un peu différent parce que comme il est en train de dire, il faut que les gens te connaissent, tu vois, il faut qu'ils sachent comment tu penses, tu vois, te connaissent. Donc, selon toi, est-ce que l'amitié fille-garçon existe?
Shit, man.
Only under certain conditions. They can have a friendship between a guy and a girl. But the first one, you're trying to get the girl, and you didn't get the girl. So you came up, you know, like, you know, you trying to get it, and it didn't go through, fam. Like, that's the wall. So basically, you either discourage or you be like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna take the longer path. So you play to be a friend and just wait on your turn on the bench. But that's lame, and it takes time. So under that condition, you can be like, you know, kind of friend. But to be honest, that's not really a friendship, because that's not true. Second option, that nigga's gay, bro. Like, I mean, if he's gay, he's gay. I mean,
On discrimine pas les gays, on discrimine pas les gays, on soutient tout le monde, on est la communauté zesty.
If he's gay,
on discrimine pas quelqu'un ici.
If he's gay, he's not a threat. So that friendship can be through. And yeah, no discrediting or something like that, like discriminating or anything, but yeah, like, we love all people, but like, yeah, under that condition, it can exist a certain type. So you're trying to get the girl, you didn't get the girl, you took the wall, and then you actually take the longer path, you're trying to be a friend, you're just waiting on your turn, you're on the bench, so you're not a player. This ain't no player. So basically, second point is like, that guy, he doesn't like girls. So in other words, he's either gay or homosexual. So you know, he's not attracted to the girls. So at this point, you're safe with her. And the third one, the third one is actually, you know, what's the third one? Oh fuck, I forgot. I forgot. Like, there's a third one. There's a third scenario. Yeah.
That nigga's gay, I think.
No.
Yeah, that's you.
Like, homosexual already have it. Like, the longer path. Oh yeah, that one. Okay, basically. Oh, actually, I think that's two. I think that's two. Okay, I'm fucking around, I'm tripping people. No, I think that's two. There's no third one. And if there is, I'll keep you up posted. Okay. So yeah, under those, you can be a friendship with a girl, and a guy. Yeah.
Ok. Donc, la prochaine question, ça, tu demandes des questions un peu sensibles, tu vois. Donc, la prochaine question, qui, selon toi, des garçons, des filles, sont les plus loyaux?
L'homme n'en les trompe pas, s'il vous plaît.
No, but like,
L'homme n'en les trompe pas.
right now, it's 50-50. Right now, it's 50-50.
C'est pas faux aussi.
Right now, back in the day,
C'est pas faux.
I would have tell you like, oh, okay, guys, but like, bro, those girls be out here. They be out there, bro. So I don't know.
Yeah,
But to be honest, I think like, you know, like probably guys have a tendency to cheat more than girls. I think so. But right now the game is cold, bro. We never know.
Ok. Donc, tu vois, les questions sont très intéressantes parce que là, tu viens de nous parler de cheating. So, qu'est-ce que tu penses de la tromperie? Est-ce que pour toi, c'est normal de tromper? Ou
Hell
bien, souvent, tu vois, peut-être comme on dit, on peut pas mettre sauce graine lundi jusqu'au vendredi. Donc, souvent, on fait un peu de sauce tomate, un peu de.
Y'all niggas.
Donc, qu'est-ce que tu penses de la tromperie?
I think it's bad. I
Okay.
think it's bad. For me, when you committed to a real relationship,
Ok.
and if you have that will, like you really want to commit, I mean, you don't have to cheat. If everything that you want to, you do it with your partner. But when you do have boundaries with your partner and you're not able to do everything with your partner the way you want it, I mean, at the end of the day, let's be real. We're not talking about no psycho shit and everything like, no, right? So at the end of the day, it has to be, you know, reasonable at the end of the day, right? But the thing is, at the end of the day, it's complicated.
Ok.
I would say complicated because like people like what they like, fam. But at the end of the day, I mean, like when you do have that one partner that you're able to actually really, you know, be yourself with her, I think you don't have to cheat. Only when you actually have to play a role and maybe, you know, like at the end of the day, you know, like things got faded away. I mean, that's just nature. When it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. But there's some working around in a relationship in order to actually, you know, trying to revive it basically every time. But at the end of the day, like that's complicated. It takes two people to do it. So if two people are not committed, it's not gonna work. So yeah, that's a complicated question, bro. Fuck you for that.
Ok. So, la prochaine question. Qu'est-ce qui, selon toi, fait le succès d'un artiste? Est-ce que c'est que l'artiste a full de stream? Est-ce qu'il a full de jet? Est-ce que c'est qu'on le connaît beaucoup? Ou bien, qu'est-ce qui fait le succès d'un artiste?
Success is built. You build success. You build success habit. You build a successful team. You build a successful man, like a successful mindset. Like, I mean, everything in that is part of success. So for me to be successful, you need to actually, you know, have the talent. You have to put in work. You have to have the hustle. You have to have the right people around you. And you damn sure you no, don't waste no time, because time is the only thing you're not able to get back. Don't waste no time.
So, la prochaine question. La prochaine question. Celle-là, je sais que tu l'attends, cette question. Qu'est-ce que tu penses du rap ivoire?
I think it's dope, man. Why you laughing?
Qu'est-ce que tu penses du rap ivoire?
I mean, I think it's dope. I think it's dope.
Okay,
I've been actually closely watching ever since it began. So I can only say there's only one actually, you know, rap group, you know, initiated that spark, which is Qu'est no beat. Like, you can really get around it. Like, that's what it is. So they lighted that spark to every young Ivorians that trying to make rap music, because long time ago, to be honest, like Coupé Décalé was the whole thing,
Yeah.
and there wasn't really no space for rap music, and I always been a fan as long as I can remember. So I always wanted to have like that audience, that market, to be opened in Ivory Coast for rap music. So for me to actually seeing how it developed from now and reaching new heights, because right now people are doing crazy music videos and they're actually innovating in the beats as well. So everything is just growing so fast. The industry itself, the sounds, because he actually you can see you can notice an evolution from when he started it. He started more close to Coupé Décalé, what we were used to, and now we have like a whole other thing. We got introduced to other sounds. So for me, like, I'm really proud of what they're doing, and yeah, I hope to join the party very soon. And when I'm saying join the party, I don't mean that actually I'm gonna do rap ivoire anytime soon, because that's just not me. I'm not gonna do it for the hype, right? But when I mean join the party, it's like that's where I'm from. I'm trying to get recognition out there. So yeah, I'm trying to join the party. So get ready for me. That shit was busting. Popeyes.
Ok. So, on passe à la prochaine étape. La prochaine étape, tu vois, c'est un peu genre une comparaison, mais c'est une comparaison musicale, tu vois. Et puis, le principe, c'est que je te mets deux artistes, et puis tu me dis, selon toi, entre les deux artistes, qui est le plus fort.
Alright.
C'est selon toi, hein, donc c'est ton avis.
Alright.
Ok. Donc, Didi B et puis Suspect.
Il n'a pas réfléchi,
I mean, I'll take Suspect.
Suspect? Ok. Entre 8 guns et puis Imra.
With guns.
8 guns?
Yeah.
Ok. Entre le Sky et puis.
That nigga's trippy for real.
Et puis Tripaniene.
I'll fuck with both. I'll fuck with both, but I still go with Tripa. Yeah.
Ok. So, entre le KR et puis Georgie, qui est plus fort?
Who's like the harder?
Yeah. Musicalement, selon toi, c'est ton avis, hein? Ou c'est selon toi?
To be honest, like, I have to be like objective here, because like I know Georgie is hard, but I didn't listen much of his music for me to be like say that he's hard or yes or no. But Leclerc, yes, I even work with him, you know what I'm saying? So I would go with Leclerc just because I don't know Leclerc just like Georgie. So just a default answer, I'll do that. But both are hard, to be honest, yeah.
Ok. Hot, Babs et Explo.
I have to go with my nigga Kenzie.
Ok.
Stop playing.
Non, pas
Stop playing, fam. Stop playing.
Hot, Magnum et Uncho.
Oh, who?
Hot, Magnum et Uncho.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's
Qui est plus ouf? Musicalement, hein? Musicalement. Aïe,
Bro.
I
I mean, like, no, I'm not overshadowing. I'm not overshadowing anybody here, but
Mais c'est ton avis, hein, c'est ton avis.
Magnum got hits, fam.
Yeah, ok.
Like, he got hits for real. Whoa, fuck you. What?
Ça, c'est la question.
I can't, man. Like, I can't. No, I can't.
Tu dois faire un choix. Mais c'est ton choix, c'est. Genre, c'est musical, hein, c'est musical. C'est pas. Afin de. C'est bon gosse, c'est amitié, c'est musical. Genre, quand tu écoutes son de lui là, et puis tu écoutes son de lui là, qui est plus ouf.
I gotta go with Incho right now because Magnum has been cold for a moment.
For a moment, man.
That nigga, if you hear me, I man, get your ass in the studio ASAP. You cold right now. You cold.
Ouais, tu entends déjà le nègre?
You cold.
On est très lourd.
Get your ass in the studio ASAP.
Ok. Donc bon, là on a fini un peu pour les petites comparaisons.
Alright.
Donc la prochaine question c'est, où est-ce que tu te vois dans 10 ans?
10 years from now, I got.
Où est-ce que tu te vois dans 10 ans?
I'm in a condo in the 26th floor,
Ok.
smoking a Cuban cigar, appreciating what I've done
Ok.
with the people that I love,
Ok.
and that's that.
Ok. Bon lifestyle, c'est pas mal, c'est pas mal. Ok, du coup, c'est quoi tes projets à venir? Parce que là, on voit qu'aujourd'hui, bon, pas aujourd'hui, mais on voit que récemment, tu as fait sortir le Different.
Yeah.
Donc, on considère que c'est ça ton actualité, mais c'est quoi tes projets à venir?
Bro, I got a whole lot of shit going on. So I got Different now. So the single is got out today. So make sure to tune in to my Instagram, Ogszn on YouTube as well. Ogszn everywhere, bro. Like we're global, so we dropped yesterday. So yeah, so we're live right now. So make sure to do it. And I have like the music video to it dropping in a couple weeks. I'm gonna communicate the dates very soon on my Instagram. So stay tuned. And yeah, bro, like come on, this summer, man, I'm gonna be deep in my bag. Like I'm staying deep in my bag. Deep in my bag. So bro, I got like tunes coming in, videos coming in, features coming in. I'm gonna blow your top off. So yeah, summer's gonna be cold, bro. It's gonna be a cold summer. Mark my words.
Ok. Donc, selon toi, c'est quoi ton meilleur son?
Out?
Non, bon, genre ton meilleur son, même si
Oh,
t'as
I
pas
can't
sorti.
because no, I can't that because like I can't.
Le son que tu as fait, et puis tu sais que depuis tu fais la musique, c'est ton meilleur son qui est là. C'est lequel? Même si c'est sorti,
I
ça
got a
va
couple
sortir.
like that.
Ouais,
To be honest, I got a couple like that.
Certains, c'est pas encore sorti, mais.
Ah oui, mais tu dois te dire, même si ça va sortir, tu dois te dire au moins que c'est ce son, bientôt ça va sortir. Oui, le titre, c'est quoi? C'est la petite.
Okay, so how I know, because from my hand, like how I work with myself, the way I better myself is like I try to compare like how I, you know, how well the song is written. So it's gonna be like how I write the song. So the more natural, the more easy flowing is gonna be, for me, it's gonna be my best song. But sometimes, you know, like I'm looking for depth in those songs. I'm not looking for, you know, trying to be like, oh, easy going. I'm trying to listen to myself and get out of my body and be like, bro, okay, that nigga is trying to ask something to say for real. You're not always trying to talk about dripping and shit. So for me, like the best song, let me go with the best song out, because to be honest, like for me, like I have so much unreleased songs and they're so good. I can't, you know, compare them to what is out right now. Even though, like, I know what I'm giving you is only the hard shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's just, you know, play in the what's already out field. So basically, what's already out for me, like the best song that I have out yet. What do you think?
Ah, man, je sais pas quoi te dire là.
Le gars, il est en train de trafiquer là.
I mean, okay.
Ton meilleur son, donne-moi un son, ton meilleur son. Quand tu écoutes,
I will go with Business.
Business?
Yeah. For me, like that's the most complete song.
Okay.
That song has everything. So if you didn't hear it yet,
C'est sorti en plus.
yeah, make sure to tune in. It's like my latest EP, like Darkest Before
And I
Dawn.
saw you bust that bitch with your hands up. How we ending up on some nice necks, not even supposed to both chill in the first place. High self-esteem, man, I like that. Shit between us been
Yeah,
always
it's gonna be
clean.
a cold summer. Lot of shit going on right now. So stay tuned. Music videos, vlogs,
For sure.
and yeah, a whole lot of dope shit. And yeah, we're gonna be blasting. I'm staying deep in my bag.
Okay.
Mark my words for that. And if you know me, you know I walk the talk and I talk the walk.
Ok les gars, tous les liens seront dans la description. C'est au calme, c'est au calme. Donc bon, là on a presque fini. Donc ce que je vais te demander, c'est ton mot de fin. Qu'est-ce que tu as à dire à toute la communauté qui nous regarde?
So first off, man, thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
C'est
You know,
la
it's so
famille.
love. So yeah, so I appreciate you for for chopping up, and yeah. So I'm gonna be letting you know everything we're gonna do, and stream different. You already know. What you see?
Le lien de la description, allez streamer le different. C'est dans la description, allez streamer. Ouais, le Habib, ton mot de fin.
Ah, tu m'as tombé sur ma boy ou quoi?
Ouais, ton mot de fin là.
Different de sortie en tas et puis bon. On est parti.
Ok, voilà, bon les gars.
On est lancé.
C'était tout, c'était le mukbang, ou bien le mukbang. C'était
That shit
sur-
was fire, fam.
Voilà la vidéo.
Why don't
Donc,
we do that again?
on se retrouve à la prochaine vidéo. Let's go!